Just look at that. It's rich, garlicky, and completely irresistible. The moment this bread hits the oven, everything changes. Golden focaccia, light and airy, every bubble bursting with flavor. It's simple, just garlic and cheese. A soft, homemade focaccia that's pure comfort. So let's make it. Garlic cheesy focaccia, fresh from the oven. You know, I've made garlic butter and even basil pesto focaccia. You can check those on my channel. So, in this recipe, I'm using 500 grams of bread flour, around 12% protein. This type of flour gives structure to your dough and helps it hold those beautiful, big bubbles. Now, I'm using the same amount of water, 500 grams. Get a big mixing bowl and pour in the water. I'm using normal tap water here. But if you're using active dry yeast, just make it slightly lukewarm. That helps activate the yeast faster. Then a little instant dry yeast here. I don't need warm water this time. Easy, right? Next, add some salt. I'm using salt flakes here. Now, of course, some extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of honey. This adds a gentle balance to the flavor. Give it a good mix until the salt dissolves completely. You want that salt to blend thoroughly into the water before adding flour. Now combine the flour with your yeast mixture. Start mixing it all together. At first it'll look shaggy, soft and sticky, and that's exactly what we want. Don't panic. This is normal. Focaccia dough is high hydration. That's what gives it those airy bubbles. If this high hydration dough feels tricky to handle, just reduce the water slightly. Use 400 or 450 grams instead of 500. It'll still turn out amazing. Now let's talk about my favorite part, the stretch and fold technique. We'll do this 3 times in total. It's my favorite way to build strength without kneading. Once everything is mixed, scrape down the bowl, cover it, and let it rest for 1 hour. This rest allows the flour to absorb all the water and fully hydrate. After 1 hour, just look at this. The dough has come to life, soft, bubbly, and hydrated. Now, wet your hand slightly to stop sticking and start the first round of stretch and fold. You can see here, the dough is hydrated, but the gluten hasn't developed yet, so it tears a little. That's okay. Take one side, lift it up, stretch, and fold it to the opposite side of the bowl. Rotate the bowl a quarter turn and repeat. This simple movement slowly strengthens the gluten and helps form those beautiful air pockets we all love in focaccia. Once you're done, cover it again and let it rest for 30 minutes before your next stretch and fold. Now let's do the second round stretch and fold. Each fold makes a difference. You'll notice the dough becoming smoother, stronger, and more elastic. You know, we'll be doing a total of 3 series of stretch and folds. The entire process takes about 3 hours, but your actual hands-on time, just 2 to 3 minutes each time. That's not hard, right? Once that's done, cover the bowl and let the dough rest again. While the dough is resting, let's get our garlic mixture ready. Here I'm using 1 whole bulb of garlic, around 8 to 10 cloves. Grab a grater and start grating it finely. Now add some chopped fresh parsley, then some extra virgin olive oil, a little salt, and black pepper. Mix everything together. This will be our aromatic garlic topping later. If you prefer a softer, milder flavor, you can make garlic confit instead. Just cook the garlic gently in oil until soft. If you'd like to see how I make that, I've already shared the full method in my garlic butter focaccia video. You can check it out on my channel. I'll leave the link down below in the description box. Now let's check on our dough. Look at this. Each fold gently strengthens the gluten, helping it trap air better, and that's what creates those beautiful open bubbles later on. As you lift and fold, you'll notice it stretching easily, almost silky. That's a very good sign. It means the dough is building strength without being overworked. After your third series of stretch and folds, you now have two options. You can cover the dough and place it in the fridge overnight, which I highly recommend because it develops even more flavor and makes the dough much easier to handle later. But today, I'll set the dough aside for just 30 minutes. Now it's time to prepare the tray. If your tray isn't non-stick, line it with parchment paper. Otherwise, the focaccia will stick. Now drizzle in plenty of olive oil and spread it evenly across the surface. Carefully transfer the dough into the tray. Just ease it in slowly and spread it out lightly with your hands. Once you've spread the dough, put some of that garlic parsley mixture all over the top. Then fold the dough gently over itself. And flip it carefully so the garlic mixture ends up underneath. This helps the flavor infuse right into the dough as it proofs. Now cover it up and let it rest for proofing, about 1 hour or more, depending on your kitchen temperature. But be careful not to overproof. If the dough rises too much, it might collapse when you start dimpling. Before you begin dimpling, preheat your oven to 230 degrees Celsius, that's about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Now drizzle more olive oil over the top. I'm using the same garlic parsley flavored oil here. Rub a little onto your hands too. It's time for dimpling. Using all your fingers, press into the dough across the entire surface. Push down firmly until your fingers touch the pan. Once dimpling is done, add a little more garlic parsley mixture and then top it generously with cheese. Now bake it in the oven for about 18 minutes. Look at this. The cheese is melting, the top is turning golden, and the aroma is absolutely irresistible. Once it's done, take it out of the oven and sprinkle some shredded cheese along with a bit more of that garlic parsley mixture on top. Now bake again for another 5 to 7 minutes until the cheese melts beautifully. Now look at this focaccia. The smell is incredible. While it's still hot, brush a little more garlic oil over the top. The combination of garlic and cheese, it's truly something special. The outside is slightly crispy, the inside soft, fluffy, and full of cheese. Every bite is loaded with garlic flavor and pure happiness. So how was the recipe? I hope you loved it. If yes, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who loves cheesy garlic focaccia. And of course, subscribe for more delicious bread recipes. Until then, enjoy this beautiful garlic cheese focaccia, fresh from the oven.